It's Matt from Z93's Morning After, backstage at the Dow Event Center, a nearly sold-out show tonight. It's Breaking Benjamin, Skillet, Under Oath, and Fight the Fury. And I am joined by John from both Skillet and Fight the Fury. You're doing double duty tonight.
Yep, I'm pumped up. You said double duty. I was thinking of Spinal Tap's heavy duty rock and roll. So my ADD started taking me. I was singing heavy duty rock and roll, and then I had to say it.
Now, it's possible, with having had to walk all the way back here to find you, it's possible that you might lose your way to the stage tonight.
It could have for Spinal Tap movie lovers, that's exactly right. It is actually a little confusing. But,
yeah, right.
But it's a nice and a really cool venue. I love these ice hockey arenas because they're not too big, but they're big.
Yeah,
you get a lot of people in, but it still kind of feels intimate, so it's a cool venue for that.
Yeah, plus you've got arrows on the floor to direct you to exactly where you need to go.
Yeah, that's right.
So is this I know that you've done a few shows with Fight the Fury. Is this the first time you're doing both bands in one night?
It is, yeah, and which is crazy. I think typically I don't think we'll do this, but this is a great introduction to a lot of people that never heard of Fight the Fury. There's no kind of better way to do it, open up for somebody as big as Breaking Ben. So it was a great opportunity, and I think because we're the end of the Skillet cycle, we're kind of getting ready to release a new album this year. It was a little bit like, I think we could probably do both and play a couple new. Tonight's the first night we've played new Skillet material, so Michigan gets to hear it before anyone else, so knock on wood here. People like it.
Yeah, right.
Maybe it's the last time we play the song.
I doubt that's going to be the case. Tell me a little bit about the idea behind Fight the Fury. I mean, you've been doing Skillet for quite some time now, so why now do the side project, the heavier side project?
Yeah, I think it was just I love Skillet. Skillet's not just bread and butter, but it's passion. I've been doing it for 22 years, as you mentioned, so it's I think that Fight the Fury was kind of about, there's certain things that maybe I don't get to do with Skillet that I would like to do, or maybe do more often. Just riff, like the idea of, when I first fell in love with metal was Master of Puppets, Metallica. Remember when people would start a song with a minute-long introduction,
yeah,
with a guitar solo, and you don't hear that a lot anymore because you desperately need radio, or else you won't sell any records. And that's a really good thing for us, but everything has to kind of fit into a format. And sometimes I go, man, I want to have at least a track 10 on a Skillet record that doesn't have to be formatted for the masses. It could just be for metalheads or for whatever, but it just ends up, after you write 30 or 40 songs on a Skillet record, 50 or 60 songs, those songs never get chosen. So I thought maybe I could do a side project of just kind of what I think would be fun to do. It's riffy and it's heavier, it's darker, it's the lyrics are darker, the subject matter is a little more intense, and it's just, honestly, it's just a lot of fun. So it might be selfish, it might be like just for me to have fun, but I hope that the fans like it.
Joined backstage by John from Skillet and Fight the Fury. Tell me about the first time going on stage playing as Fight the Fury. How different was it being up there without the same kind of cast that you're usually sharing the stage with?
Honestly, it was really fun because, we only played a handful of shows and no one came. So it was a little, it was a little like, you can do whatever you want to. No one's here to tell. But honestly, it was cool because it did take me back. Even like tonight, being the first band of the bill takes you back to when you started, and it's a little bit Eye of the Tiger, a little bit of that Rocky feeling, like, wow, this is going to be work, people aren't going to automatically come in liking you. You got to win them, and I kind of think that's fun. So it's quite fun, and it's cool because not in any way patting myself on the back, but I think because of what Skillet does, people might not know that we can really riff out. And I think Skillet fans came to Fight the Fury shows and said, oh, I didn't know you guys could play like that. And it's a little show-offy. And to me, that's part of what speed metal was about, was show-offy,
How weird is it walking on stage and, people see that Fight the Fury is on the bill and they just assume it's a new, maybe a baby band. And then they see John from Skillet and they're like, wait a minute, I know that guy.
they're like, it's some white guy with a beard that kind of looks like all white guys with beards.
Yeah, right.
I assume there are some people, in fact, still on my Fight the Fury Instagram, I posted something about doing a show, and somebody commented on there, said, has anybody told you that you look just like the singer for Skillet? So, I think it's cool. I think it's... I was inspired by, we toured with Stone Sour a couple of times. I was really inspired the way that Corey Taylor's been able to do both acts in a very viable way. It doesn't seem like one is for real and one is silly. They're both great bands and great projects. So I thought, well, maybe I'll try it. That doesn't mean everybody can do it just because Corey did, but still.
So you've got the Fight the Fury album, I believe, is available now, correct?
Yeah, it's an EP, actually. So it's 5 tracks. It's available on iTunes, and we have physical copies tonight. We don't have physical copies in stores. It's just digital only, unless you come to the tour.
So you come see Fight the Fury with Skillet and Breaking Benjamin. You can see it here tonight at the Dow Events Center. Let's talk Skillet. You mentioned you have a new album on the way. When are we going to start? When are we going to start hearing music, not only on the radio, but when will you release a single? I know fans will hear some of the songs tonight, but when will we hear the first, produced, ready-to-go single?
I believe May. Unless for some reason that changes, it's going to be May. That'll be ship date. Album out in August. Very excited about the record. I wish I could play the whole record tonight, but we don't know it yet. Just being honest, which is stupid, isn't it? People think you know all the songs, good, but it's like you write so many songs for a record. Sometimes you don't know what exactly songs are going to get chosen until a few weeks before production, because maybe you recorded 18 of them. But we have all the songs chosen except for one, so 11 of them are chosen. Can't wait to play the new stuff tonight. It'll be the first night, which is cool because Michigan's such a good rock crowd. And man, I don't know. I'm just pumped up about the record.
Now, are you excited, obviously, once the album comes out? I assume that the rest of 2019 is going to be tours and festivals and shows. You guys are going to be busy, probably 2019, and I assume 2020 moving forward. Yeah. We've got tours that we're lining up now. I wish I could. They're not announced, so I can't say, but we're touring with really cool bands. Some bands that I've done shows with, never done a co-bill with. So we're doing some really great co-bill tours. I'm sure we'll be coming back around. Not announced yet, because I don't want to jinx anything. Like, I announce it, and then somebody pulls out last minute, and then I look stupid. But great tours, and all Skillet. So Fight the Fury, this will be Fight the Fury's last tour we do until a couple of years. So it's going to be all Skillet all the time. I'm ready to just crush, man. Now, is there a chance that maybe Fight the Fury sneaks a Skillet song in, or vice versa? Maybe you get used to playing the Fight the Fury songs and you think, maybe I'll throw this 8-minute song in there.
I like where you're going. Funny enough, for a Fight the Fury full show, we play a few Skillet songs, but in a different style, right. More Fury style. And the other cool thing about a full concert is that we chose some Skillet songs that we've never even played live. You get so many songs. There's songs we've never actually performed. So chose a couple of those, like the ones that people tweet me, the abstract ones that one person will tweet and be like, "You got to play Never Surrender from your 2009 release." So we played a couple of those. I don't know if Skillet would ever play. I think there's something about the darkness of Fight the Fury that might be too much for a Skillet brand. But you know what? Nothing would surprise me. At all.
Now this is the
nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. Now this is the first night of this tour, and I asked Ben this a few minutes ago. Do you get nervous still? You've been at this for over 20 years now. Do you still get nervous night number one of the tour? This is kind of kicking things off. Do you still get those nerves at all, or are you just nope, it's another show?
I have a very long answer for that. That you're probably like, dude, answer the question. All right. I guess the short answer is a little. Not a ton. I am nervous tonight for multiple reasons. One reason is that Fight the Fury is playing tonight, which we haven't played a show in 3 months or something. And we didn't have much time to practice for this because we were practicing. So I hope it goes good. I'm a little nervous about Fight the Fury. Also, our Skillet's drummer, Jen, can't make tonight's show. There's 5 shows that she can't make on this tour. And we had to hire a drummer and a singer to do her parts. So the cool thing is that we're performing with my good friend Lacey Sturm. She was the singer from Flyleaf. She's amazing. And so she's coming to fill in for Jen's parts. And we also have a drummer called Jereb. He's from a band called The Protests. So tonight's kind of the first night we've played without Jen for 11 years. So that's kind of got me a little unnerved. But the band sounds great. And everybody's really talented. But, when you feel a little thrown off. Lastly, no lie, Breaking Benjamin is probably my favorite, what I call modern, rock band. They've been my favorite band for about 10 years. And before that, it would be all more like, older stuff, Metallica, right, and things like that. So out of, the last 10 years, they're probably my favorite. So you don't want to look bad in front of a band that you really, really love because it feels stupid. But I will say, we toured last year with Korn. I was very, very nervous. That was the most nervous I've been in years and years, 10 years, because Korn's legend and probably the best band I've ever seen play. So I was very nervous. I'm not near that nervous tonight. You don't want to suck in front of Korn because they're too good.
Right.
You know, if you put a bad show in front of Korn, then you're going to look even worse because they're so good. You know. So that was the fire was on that night.
Yeah, and I expect the fire to be on tonight, obviously playing with Breaking Benjamin,
Woo!
Under Oath, and Fight the Fury tonight.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this, the show is nearly sold out. It's one of the, we haven't had a rock show here in Saginaw in quite some time, so people are ready for it.
Oh, man, I love that so much, especially because people are always saying, you know, rock tours aren't going good and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I've been on some awesome tours. I don't really know. It's almost like sometimes the word, like the idea that rock music isn't hitting, but I haven't seen that in person. I did killer tour with Korn in Stone Sour last year. That was, you know, we came to Detroit, 15,000 people, and then tonight almost sold out. How many does this hold? 5?
I don't know off the top of my head. It's
5,000
at least, if not more. I believe. I mean, it's got to be. I think with the floor. I mean, it might be 8 or 9. There's going to be a lot of people out there tonight.
It's incredible. So it shows to me the strength of rock radio. It shows the strength of the rock fans. They're just really loyal in a way that I think that pop music fans are not. You know, they're not looking for trends. They're looking for something they love. And in my experience, I love rock music in a way that I don't love other music. I feel like I'm a Metallica fan forever. I don't care if they ever release another record or not. I'll keep going to see the show, you know. I think rock fans are like that. So I'm glad to be here in Michigan, the #1 state for rock and roll, for the first night.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome show tonight. Again, the Dow Event Center, Breaking Benjamin, Skillet, Under Oath, and Fight the Fury. John, I appreciate it, man. You're always great to talk to and always very easy to talk to. So I'm looking forward to the show and seeing you up on stage twice tonight.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it.